Saltwater guide Captain Dave Hansen. Justin Botrell's joining us today, and we are taking a victory lap today. Dave Farron over at Deckhand Sports, thanks for all the support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I saw you on the Zoom meeting yesterday. I appreciate everything you do for our industry, and we can't do this show on Fridays without Dave Farron and Deckhand Sports, and Justin can't do all the great things he does out on the water without those phenomenal bags and the backpacks and all the other great products that you make, Dave. So thank you very, very much. And gang, we're waiting for everybody to jump on here. We're going to do something we haven't done for a while. I know we do it on Saturday mornings on the call-in fish report show, but I want everybody that was involved in the helping save sand bass. I think unless some strange thing happens between now and April, I think we did it. I think we saved our fishery. I know we lost a fish, but we only lost one. We didn't lose five, and they wanted them all. If you listen to those people yesterday, they were having a hard time understanding how the pain was. And Captain Al Clowers, I don't know, that was incredible. His little dissertation when he talked, that was incredible. My sister's going to join us here in a little bit to thank you all. And if you watched the commission meeting yesterday, and you know why this, everybody out there knows what changed it, what moved the needle. And Mike Lewis, we absolutely know. And what Wayne Coda wants to do is he wants to gather up every single person that was on that call yesterday that didn't get picked. He wants letters from all of you because he's going to present them to the council, because what the word on the street is we got to be cool, because it looks like we may have moved the needle and we may have got to keep our sand bass. Everything could change at any given second. We got till April, but by law, everybody that wanted to be involved should be involved. That's the law. But I think their computer system could only handle 50 people. That's the word that we're getting on the street. So Wayne Coda is going to present that. He's not going to present it today. We're taking a victory lap. We're all very excited and happy about the outcome. But that has to be addressed, because that is 100% against the law. Like I told Wayne and other people that would listen, that's a pretty round number if you think about it. 53 would have been a number to stand behind, or 47, but 50, that tells me their SKU could only handle 50 people. And that was pretty amazing, though, that 50 of us showed up. How rad was that? And I think there was 3 people that talked that weren't members of your Saltwater Guide. So, gang, this is a victory lap day. The community stood in the gap, and we showed the world. We did. We showed the whole world that it's back in the United States of America to we the people. If you noticed that meeting, there was only 5 people there. That is a monumental accomplishment. You know why there was only 5 people there? And I didn't understand it either. But Wayne kind of told me there was 5 people there because if you guys are watching what's going on in the world right now, they're taking all the money away from all these bureaucratic people. They're taking all the money away. So our biggest opposition didn't show up. They weren't there. There she is. Donna, welcome to the show. Donna, come on and say hi to everybody and tell them. There she is. Thank you so much for everything, Donna. You work your butt off, and we really appreciate you.
Oh, well, thank you, Dave, and thanks to all your Saltwater Guide members. Thanks, everyone. It was a great day yesterday, so really appreciate it. All of our anglers appreciate it, all the families, all the kids that get to keep catching sand bass. It was a great day.
It was phenomenal. We were so happy to be involved in this situation, and I thank you for bringing it to my attention 2.5 months ago. And our people worked very, very hard on this, and we're taking a victory lap today.
It's very great, and I know that it was a discussion yesterday, but that's how it happens. So they discuss it, they figure out what they're going to do, and then they adopted in April. So we will be there in April for the adoption hearing, but your work is done on sand bass. So thank everyone. I put a post thanking everybody, and thank you, Dave. And I would say that I want to give a big shout out because all your members are very respectful. They didn't call anybody names. It's not about that. So good job. Congrats.
Yeah, everybody. Thank you, Donna. Thank you. That makes me feel really good inside that we actually stood in the gap and were able to move the needle for you and for all of us. We're super appreciative. And thank you for allowing us to be in this world. None of us have been allowed to be in this world before, so we're all super excited to be a part of anything moving forward. Anytime you need any help, every single one of our
Okay, well,
people
that
are
is
here for you.
awesome. And thanks, everybody. Thanks for being members. Thanks for following Dave. And I know that he's been super annoying lately because that's all he talks about is sand bass, but it was really important. So thank you so much. And thanks to CCA, and thanks to all your members for actually joining CCA too, because that really speaks volumes. So good job.
And then, Donna, you got all kinds of stuff coming up. Why we have you just for a minute here, Donna. You got the Festival of the Whales coming up. You got that San Mateo is going to be running lots of trips coming up soon. You got so much cool stuff. They can check out your website at Dana Wharf.
Yes,
Go
come
ahead.
see us at danawharf.com. You can charter a lot of our boats. New San Mateo is going to be running as soon as we hit April 1st. You'll see a lot of trips online because we can start rock fishing again. But most recently, we have Festival of Whales, which will be here. What are those dates? The 7th, 8th, and 9th. If you come down to Dana Point, we will have the Dana Point Festival of Whales. It's our 54th anniversary of the Festival of Whales. And if you can believe it, we are in construction down in the harbor, but the festival does go on. We've never canceled one Festival of Whales, not even during COVID. So it's pretty amazing. The city, because we can't have our traditional parade, the city is having a carnival up here outside the Marriott. There's a huge park, and they're going to have a carnival with a Ferris wheel at night and a bunch of things going on. So come whale watching during the day and then go to the carnival at night.
And it's going on at the same time
I
that the
know.
Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Festival is going on. So, gang. But yeah, but what's cool, Donna, is they can go to the Festival of the Whales and make it a great weekend. Come to the show and see us at the show, and then go down to the harbor and go whale watching the next day. It's going to be a phenomenal weekend.
And on Saturday,
And
if
then
you come down to the Festival of Whales, you can go to the Chowder Cook-Off, which is sponsored by Fish for Life. It's their biggest fundraiser. You can go do the Chowder Cook-Off, and then you can go to the show afterwards. Jim Holden has 13 restaurants that will be at the Clam Chowder Cook-Off on Saturday, 11 to 2.
And that we cover that every year on our podcast, Fish for Life. It's a phenomenal deal that Jim Holden's put together, and now Jamie Diamond's part of it, and then San Diego Landings are part of it. And Donna, you've been running this thing. You and Dad put this thing together with Jim Holden a long time ago. This thing is super amazing. If you guys come down and see Fish for Life, Donna does it first class. She puts the red carpet out. They announce every child's name. It's a phenomenal event. It's cool to be a part of. So thank you for allowing all of our members. And then one of our members, Lisa, was asking the Halibut Derby. How's that going?
We've had a little weather difficulty, so we had to cancel today. It's super windy out here. The rain has gone away, but tomorrow we'll be back out there. We have 3/4 day. We have half days all weekend long. So next Friday, we already have reservations. So it's every Friday. So we're in February, and we're going to have a whole new winner. So that was our January winner, Jerry Vinus, with a 19-pound halibut. So every month, whoever catches the largest fish wins the monthly prize. It's over $1,500. So really take advantage of that and get on board. And I'm working on something for the future, David. June 1st, Sand Bass Opener.
Oh, how cool. That'll be fun. We'll all help you with that. We'll all be involved. Hey, The chili cook or the chowder cook-off, gang, is a phenomenal event. Shayla's there every year. John's Fish Market. You guys know Shayla. She's been on the show a couple times. She's who comes down and takes care of Marley when Kelly and I come up to see you all at the show. You got to come and support that because you're supporting Fish for Life. It's a phenomenal event. You can say
Yeah.
hi to Shayla. You can say hi to everybody while you're down there.
Shayla's
It's a
my
great
neighbor
event.
here in Dana Point Harbor, so we love Shayla and John's Fish Market. So, yeah, just follow all of the events and come down and see us. And I'll be here Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and hope to see you guys. Oh,
Hey,
hi,
Donna,
Kelly. Yeah,
somebody wants to say hi.
I was looking at the comments, but I'm sorry, I'm not techie enough. I don't know how to say hello to everyone, but hi, Kelly.
Hi. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. Happy Valentine's Day, Donna. I have my hat on from you. I have my pink.
I have a pink sweater. Yay! Happy Valentine's Day to everyone. David, what'd you get Kelly for Valentine's Day?
Oh, he got me my presents for next week. I'll wait on next week.
She's got to get ready to come up to meet everybody, Donna. You know, it's a big, big, the hair, the nails, the clothes, all that
We're
stuff.
getting ready.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
But
getting ready.
Kelly wanted to make sure she thanked all of you guys for being a part of that yesterday. And
Yesterday was so emotional for Dave. He was up and down, and he was, oh my God, he shed tears yesterday.
It was very emotional. Our dad's favorite fish was a sand bass, so it was very emotional. Somebody came up to me that knew Dad from years ago, and he was just so happy to see me there. So it was really, and there's Brian and I at the meeting. So every time that I go to those meetings, someone comes up and says, "Oh, I knew your dad. Your dad would be so proud." So, oh, and there's Jackson. So if you go back to that Fish for Life, that's Jackson. He is one of our amazing Fish for Life anglers, and he loves to catch legal sand bass. So everybody made a huge difference for the kids yesterday. So thank you.
yeah, it was pretty incredible. And thank you, Donna, once again. I can't thank you enough for allowing us to all be a part of it. I know you're super busy. I just wanted you to jump on for a couple minutes, talk about what a great day it was yesterday. And I can't believe you're already back in your office after you were up in Sacramento yesterday. You work your butt off. Thank you so much for everything you do for all of us.
Guys. It's great to see you, and I'll see you soon, Dave.
Yes, you will. Just a week and a half, you start seeing all our mail
I know.
showing
I have
up
to
there.
tell Manny in the office that all Dave's mail and Kelly's mail is coming, so be ready.
Yeah, get ready.
Yeah. All right, everybody.
Okay,
Say bye to Donna.
you.
Thank you, Donna,
Okay,
for
see you guys
jumping on
later.
here. You look
Okay,
beautiful today.
Bye, Kelly.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, gang. That was super sweet of Donna to jump on here. And thank you all very, very much. And there's my beautiful wife. And she can't thank you all enough. She was blown away.
I don't even know what to say. I'm going to start crying. But you guys, to acknowledge Dave and your saltwater guide meant so much to him and so much to me. So thank you so much. It means the world to us, right, Dave?
Absolutely.
And it made a difference.
Yep. We showed America that we're allowed to speak now. It's pretty amazing. They're listening for the first time in a very, very long time. And what I was trying to say, Kelly, before Donna so rudely interrupted us, was if you notice, there was only 5 people there. The people that are really against us, they're not getting that free money anymore from the government. So they didn't show up yesterday. It's amazing. They don't really, when you think about it, what the unique thing was is they act like they care. As soon as you take away that money, the caring all left. How much did all of us get paid yesterday? Nothing, but we care more than anything. But you got to see that the people that are the opposition that want to close fishing, they don't really care about nothing. As soon as that money dried up, none of them were there yesterday or the day before. In the years past, there was 20 people sitting up there at those tables. There was 5 yesterday. And only thing I can say is I think we're starting to turn the corner. I think it's starting to change. I know for a fact it is because of all of us coming together as a group, as my sister fed us the information we needed to know what we needed to say and how we needed to say it. Like Wayne Coda said this morning when I talked to him on the phone, it takes all of us. It takes a village. But I promise you, there was no one that did more than us, we the people of this fishing industry. When we all got together and showed up, was you guys heard them yesterday when they asked how many people were in the queue, and they said 50. I thought that lady that was running the show was going to have a heart attack. She didn't even know what to say. Remember, it was a pause. There was a long pause, almost a whole minute, where she was like, they never seen 50 people in the queue. And there was way more.
Way more.
Way more. Kelly Girl didn't get to speak, and she was on there the whole time with her hand held up. They kept putting her hand down. It was just letting you all see. We all got to see. We all got to be behind the curtain for the first time ever. We all got to be behind the curtain.
All right, guys, I'm out. Thank you so much for everything. All right, love you, babe. Bye.
Yep. And there's Elliot's letting you know the way they had it set up, the default on a Zoom meeting is 50. Well, that's against the law, everybody. If you want to really know, when it's a public forum like that, they can't use that Zoom platform. They have to have a platform like we have, a Restream platform or some other type of platform where you can all be involved. So understand that. And the next meeting when it's open, we're all going to be there. And Mike Lewis, I know, and I told Wayne about you this morning, and he wants you to send him a letter. And we're going to get all this together as we move forward, gang. We're going to get everything together. The people did it yesterday. We did it. We showed them. It's not the old ways anymore. It's not how they've done it forever. Nobody saw this coming except us. We knew that we could make a difference. But like I told you all, if we didn't show up yesterday, that sand bass would have gone away. It would have been gone. If it wasn't for us being there on that Zoom call, there would be no sand bass. They would have taken it. Because if you guys watched afterwards, there's still those two people there that, with no science, they wanted it to be zero. They wanted it to be zero so bad. But you guys made such a phenomenal difference by being there. And we know that there would have been way more of us, but the system couldn't handle us all. You all got to give yourselves a giant pat on the back. I am so happy that you all were there. And what we're going to do, we got Justin standing in the wings. He's here with us. Elliot's throwing your comments and questions up. I want to talk to everybody. I want to know what you guys thought. I'll put you on the air. If you want to call me at 949-374-0786. And how did it feel as citizens of California to be a part of this decision making? If you want to call in and talk about how good it made you feel and how there's so much hope now with what's going on, call. Give me a call at 949-374-0786. Let us know how it felt. For me, I didn't know, to be perfectly honest. I didn't know if we'd all show up. I didn't know how many of us would show up. I really didn't. All I knew is that I talked about it for 2.5 months. And now we get to go back to business as usual. And then when we get to April, we'll start talking about it. We'll start ramping it up. But we're going to go back to the learning part of the podcast like it's always been. Dave Burris, talk to us. Hold on. I don't know what happened. Hold on. There you go. Go.
I thought it was absolutely great that we all got a chance to show up and give them a moment of pause. However, I think we should have stuck around for the MLPA meeting part and back Donna up more with numbers and, maybe spoke on that a little bit, because that's totally unconstitutional for them to close our areas for fishing, and especially Laguna Beach. I mean, it was crazy. And the opposition that was there, what they did was they lied about the Lobster Council of Dana Point and the things that your sister had said to them, they totally took it out of context. She corrected that, but I don't think it was enough. I think we could have really, stood our ground on that and maybe made a bigger point. Because they're going to take another mile of Laguna Beach.
Yeah, they're not going to get it. They're not going to get it, and we're going to stand up. Yesterday, Dave Burris, I would love to solve all the world problems in one day, but that's impossible. We had one thing to accomplish yesterday, and we accomplished it. And we're going to talk about what we accomplished, not what we didn't accomplish. We're not going to talk about today. We're taking a victory lap. Yay, we did something that no one thought could be done. We, the people, did that. I can't fix the whole world. I can't. And I can't get people to focus on 900 things at the same time. That's not how this works. When the MPA thing comes back around and we're talking about, we will stand in that gap and we will do what we need to do. But today, let's enjoy what we just accomplished. Let's not worry about all the other problems in the world. We can't. We got to be happy with what we got. And we did a huge thing yesterday. They wanted all of them. They only took one of them. That's a phenomenal thing, and that's because of us. So, victory lap today. No negative.
I like giving them a moment of pause, though, by everybody showing up.
Yep.
I thought that was outstanding, and someone's got a chance to speak, which was really good. And everybody was on point and sounded really good. So, yeah, I mean, amazing that your sister drove up, or flew up there. And Brian Woolley flew up there. I thought that was amazing. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Thank you, everybody, for showing up yesterday. It was wonderful.
Absolutely, Dave Burris. Thank you, buddy. Thanks for speaking on behalf of all of us. That was wonderful to listen to you yesterday, just like everybody. So thank you very much. Gang, a couple of you called in while Dave was on the phone. Let's see. I'm just going to call you back here. Here we go. Matt Ryan, we're coming at you, buddy.
Captain Dave.
Yes, sir.
What a great day yesterday. I was so proud to be your Saltwater Guide member, man.
Oh, thank you so much, buddy. Thank you. That makes me feel so good inside. You guys have no idea how good I feel having all of you come together.
Yeah, I got one problem, though. Where was the rest of the industry? Where was the rest of the YouTubers that are out on YouTube catching fish every day? Where are all these other guys who love fishing?
Oh, they're all taking a victory lap today, taking full credit for saving it. Don't worry, they're there. You go look at their pages. They're all taking credit for it. I don't care who's taking credit for it. All I know is that we moved the needle. Your Saltwater Guide members, we talked about it for 2.5 months. The industry got involved the last week. There's nothing I can do about that. All I know is that the members of your Saltwater Guide, we can move the needle, guys. We just showed them that. We can move the needle. We don't need the rest. They don't want to be a part of, that's fine.
Yeah, they were backpedaling the whole time. Every time everybody came up with a good talking point, good facts, good evidence, and they didn't have anything. They were doing it all, like you said, off of emotion. The one guy wanted to just say, hey, I was thinking about taking all of them away. I was thinking about take the 0. Now they're talking about 4. So I don't know.
Yeah, it was phenomenal to watch him backpedal, like you said. It was great to be behind the scenes and bringing all of you, the whole gang in and watching. And like I kept saying, we the people, we can make a difference. And we did. We made a massive difference, gang. We made a massive, massive difference. Matt, we're only talking victory lap today. We're just talking about what we the people did. And
we did great. Yeah, I agree.
We can't talk about everybody else that didn't show up, but we already knew they weren't going to show up. They only take responsibility for a win. You wouldn't have heard a word out of them if we lost. They would all just suck their thumb like they always do. We know that. That's okay, though. We'll give them all the credit. They can all have the credit, but we know who showed up. We know who spoke.
Exactly. And thank Donna again for being there in person. That was incredible seeing her there. I wish she could have talked about the look on all of their faces when we had 50 people come in on the Zoom.
Yeah, that was pretty amazing. Pretty absolutely amazing. So thank you, Matt, for always being there for us. We appreciate everything you do, buddy.
Thank you, Cap. Appreciate it.
You got it, pal. All right. Jason, I know you tried to call in. I'm going to call you right now. And you did great yesterday when you were speaking, and I believe Jim Holden had a lot to do with it, gang, talking about kids fish for life. That was a big deal. That was a really big deal. What's up, Jason? I can barely hear you, buddy.
Hold on a second. Let me turn off the.
Yeah,
Can you
we
hear me
got
now?
it. Yeah, I hear you now.
All right. Sorry. I guess I'm a little bit back in time in the video. You're still talking to Matt.
That's okay.
Hey, yesterday was a win, 1,000%, no matter which way you cut it. And I have learned a lot about this entire process through you and your saltwater guide. So I really appreciate you bringing this to our attention.
Absolutely, and we're going to be so involved from now on. They're going to be, every time they see your saltwater guide, they're going to be pretty. They're going to make them stand up a little straighter and stand up a little taller. And it was because of all of you. All I am is the guy talking. But you guys, if you didn't show up, all my talk would have been for nothing. So it was all you guys taking time out of your busy lives and showing up to save fishing in Southern California, because we get it. We know it wasn't about sand bass. We know it's about control. And thank you for your speech yesterday. That was cool.
Yeah. So I was nervous that I wasn't going to be able to have, I was going to have issues with the mute button, all this stuff. So I signed in the first day just to kind of see how things go. And that's when like all the callers were having issues with their mute button and things like that. But what I did was, and I can only tell you what I did, but I actually signed into Zoom using a username and password that I just have from, And so I think that helped. But what I also did, a little secret, I just recorded my speech. And so when it was my time to speak, I just hit play on my phone and held it next to the computer. So it was exactly 56 seconds. It was what I wanted to say, and I thought that worked fine.
That's a phenomenal idea. Even Elliot thinks that was a great idea. He goes, that was super clever. That was phenomenal. Good job, Jason. No, you were perfect.
Yeah.
It was perfect, because it's a big moment,
like
gang.
3 times.
It's a big moment. It was a big moment to be in front of all those people and talk. I had rehearsed my little dissertation over and over again because I watched the meeting the day before, and they gave everybody 3 minutes, and I watched it in the morning for the first half before they went to lunch break, and they gave everybody 3 minutes. But what I'm going to tell you all is they didn't see us coming. They did not see us coming, which made my day, because they did not see us coming. They did not. And the industry still does not see us coming. They don't get it. They don't understand it. My sister gets it. My sister gets it 100%. That's why she reached out to me 2.5 months ago and said, help us. So it's going to be harder and harder and harder for the industry not to understand us. And it's because of people like you and Bill Varney and Justin and Matt and Lisa and everybody. It was such a phenomenal turnout. I can't think. There's not one person that doesn't deserve this. We all did a great job. So thank you, Jason.
Yeah, and after, I was even thinking about it more. Like, it almost doesn't matter what you say. It's just the fact that you show up is 90%. Like, we broke the system. Like, they have to now readjust how they're going to let the public comment, because, it was interesting that it was limited at 50, and there's a whole bunch of people that couldn't speak. So now they know that, people are watching, and it's just not a free-for-all anymore.
Yep, we took their power away. That's for damn sure. And like I kept telling everybody, we the people, man, it's time. And as I said, Jason, before, Bill Varney's here and he's going to talk in a minute, but in the past, there'd be 20 people sitting up there when they were getting that free money, when they were stealing that free money, when they were stealing it. Now, they all disappeared yesterday. Why? Because they don't want to get caught. Doge is coming, baby, and they don't want to be caught. That's why they didn't show up. They don't care about, look at what I tried to tell everybody. They don't care about fish. They don't care about nothing. They were there for the free cheese. They were there to get the government cheese. As soon as the government cheese dried up, they didn't show up. That tells you right there they don't care. They don't care. And we showed the world they don't care. So thank you very much, Jason. Thank you.
Yeah. Looking forward to the next meeting, Yeah, I thought all I did was use that voice memo app on my iPhone and just hit play when it's my turn to speak. I turned the volume all the way up and held it right next to the computer.
Yeah, well, thank you very much. We're gonna play a quick video right now from Deckhand Sports Gang, and then we'll get back and we'll talk with Bill and we'll talk with Justin here for a second. But can we? Okay, this is the new Deckhand air coffin. This thing is incredible. If you watch, the thing comes down that little bag. You just prop it up. It comes with the pump. You just pump that thing up. Now look at that. Now it's an ice chest or the Deckhand Sports air coffin. Look at that thing. That thing is incredible, right? That thing will hold your yellowtail in there. It'll hold your sand bass. It'll hold your calico bass. It's just a phenomenal product, and Dave Farron and the gang over at Deckhand Sports is always thinking about us and trying to make it better, trying to make every product that he has in his SKU of products just a little bit better. And he's a fisherman, and his kids are fishermen, and he was on the show, and he explained it all to you, why he's doing what he's doing. And he's doing it different than everybody else. He's doing it because he's coming from a place where they're going fishing. He's not just making products for fishermen. He's a fisherman. He's making products that him and his family can use. So go over and check out Deckhand Sports. Elliot will throw the QR code up there on the screen. And because you go over there and you check it out, you're going to save 15% on the product. I believe it's 15% still. And he'll be at the show. He'll be at the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show. And if you show up at his booth, and you go over there and you check out Chris's new product, Colder Ice, and you check out all the great products at Deckhand. When you're in there and you're wearing one of my shirts or one of my hats, you're going to get a free Deckhand Sports hat, just like the one I'm wearing right now. You're going to get a free one. He's got 2 different colors. So, Lisa, you get one for you and one for your husband. So you got more hats for the hat show with Justin. And Lisa and John Stanley are going fishing with Justin on a bunch of people are going, right, Justin? Let's get Justin and Bill in here. A bunch of people are going fishing with you, huh?
So that's going to be Sunday. It's going to be Lisa.
I don't know why the video's not coming up, Bill.
Oh,
but go ahead,
it's going to
Justin.
be Lisa. It's going to be John Stanley, his daughter, I think. It's also going to be Dwayne. And let's see here. Brent's going with us, Seawolf 13. And there's going to be 6 people. And then we're going to have a couple special guests on the boat, too. I haven't told really about except for Lisa. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
And Pablo, we got no video from you. Log off, log back on. No, it's going to be a great day. You got a trip tomorrow night, too. We're all going to get to watch you live, right?
Yes, I got a trip tomorrow night. We'll go live. Tomorrow night, I'm going to have 4 people on the boat. And then Bob's going to be my deckhand. So it's going to be really cool. A lot of fun. I wanted to mention something really quick to everyone that I kept seeing comments about this. They're asking whether people were in the industry. So there was actually a lot of people in the industry there. I wasn't there the whole time. I was having some major difficulties with technical stuff. And I had a big old huge chat going on with YSWG members, and that kept screwing up my phone, we found out. So there was people from 22nd Street Landing there. Aaron was there. He was representing. There was Rusty from Davies Locker. He was there representing. Dana Wharf was there. The owner of H&M Landing was there. So there was a lot of people in the industry. Maybe you've heard their name, but they didn't say where they were from. We know them, so we know where they're from, but they were all there representing if they can get in. So like Elliot said, they limit it to 50 people only. If you're not on, you're not on, I guess, right? I clicked that hand button a whole bunch of times, and it said I was queued in, and then it went off. And I was messaging people like, what the heck's going on? And then the message board went all crazy, and it's a long story, but I had to get my phone whole reset. So it kind of sucked for me. I only heard like 3 or 4 people talking. I didn't hear Dave talk. If Bill Varney talked, I didn't hear Bill talk. I didn't hear Lisa talk. And I think in the very beginning, don't get your head too big now, who I'm going to say. But I think you really started out the whole presentation big. You really set the example in the very beginning, Brent. Thank you so much. You woke them up.
Yeah.
Brent, 13,
You did.
You called in the first time on accident, and you really woke them up when you did that. And then you're like, oh crap, and you hung up. The second time you called in, you started talking, and you were talking some serious stuff. You were talking about sea lions, urban runoff, the dead sea lions that they don't even see and they didn't know about. So that really woke them up to think, wow, what's really going on here? And that really set the presence of what was coming. And it was because of all of you that actually logged in, that were able to log in and talk. It's because of you running off of that present example to get this show started. So thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah, Bill Varney, welcome. Good to see you, buddy. No volume. We got no volume. We can't hear you. Can't hear you at all. Not even a little bit. Got nothing. You got to figure out your I don't know what's going on with your computer, but we can't hear you, buddy. How about you,
I can
Pablo?
hear you. Can you hear me?
We got you
man.
loud and
Yeah,
clear,
it's a
buddy.
beautiful day down here in Southern California again. San Diego. Just getting the boat ready for tomorrow night's trip and checking it. You know, good idea for anybody who has a boat in the water. That's the most water we've had come down out of the sky for a little bit. So good idea to check everything, make sure everything's going good, and just gearing up for tomorrow's trip.
All right. Try it, Bill.
Can you hear me?
See if we can hear you.
Yeah.
Hear you now. Woo, hold on, Pablo. Let's talk to Bill for a minute. We want to talk to you, Pablo. Don't worry. Don't go anywhere,
I'll be back
buddy.
here
We're not
working.
blowing you off. Calm
I'll
down.
be back here working. Call me.
Don't get emotional. All right. We'll yell at you when it's time.
If I could
Bill
start over
Varney.
again. Hi, Pablo. Hi, Pablo. Hi, Justin. And hi, Dave. It's
buddy.
really good to see you guys. That was an incredible day. You know, I've got to tell you, I'm speechless. I'm rarely speechless. So I'm speechless. And I just want to thank everybody for writing letters, for calling in, for all of this. I have been at this for 30 years, at these meetings, watching these meetings and all this. I've seen all these different things over time. And what everybody did was like so germane to their decision yesterday. Everybody was so well-spoken. And as you saw, there were hundreds of people waiting to speak, and they only let the first 50. And of course, they have a limited time, so they go from 3 minutes to 1 minute. If they let 100 of us speak, it'd be 30 seconds. I don't know what you can say in 30 seconds, but thank you, everybody, for what you did. It's just incredible. And the one observation, well, several observations I had, but one in particular was, and I must say that before I say this, that everybody brought me to tears yesterday. I really appreciate it all of these years. But one thing that I noticed after being at hundreds of these meetings was that when all of you finished talking, I think there was like one person for closures and everybody else was basically against it. The silence and the look on the commission's face after you people, everybody was finished speaking, was unbelievable. I mean, they were absolutely speechless. And like I said, I've been to hundreds of meetings. I've never seen this before. It really not only caught them off guard, but made them think to themselves about what they were doing and what an impact it had on everybody. And the one commission member, he gets it. He realizes, having his own hunting club, that you need to have all of these sports open. And as Michael Folks says on Tuesday, every Tuesday, death by 1,000 cuts. That's exactly what's going on. This one person recognizes that. That was really a good sign for the future. So that's all really exciting. And then I wanted to just point out, I wish there was a way for all of us to watch this again, or to take little bits and pieces and make some shorts out of it, was the one person who was for these closures, whose organization, Fish On, which is financed by a giant, let me get their name correct, Earth Island organization, said something that I think was really telling, Dave. And I don't know if you or Justin or Pablo or anybody watching picked this up. She said that decisions, these marine decisions that are made have been made for decades on little or weak science. We've made those decisions before. We should continue to make those decisions. So she didn't come out and say, hey, there's a flaw here. We need to have more science, more transparency, and make more of an equitable decision. She said, we've been making decisions for years based on a lack of science. It's always worked out fine. We should continue to do that. Okay, we can see what's going on with our federal government and hopefully our state governments now, that we cannot continue to do things the same old way and expect for different results. You can't have a place like Gaza, which for decades has had violence back and forth across the border, and go and blow the place up and then bring all the people back and have violence again. You've got to have change. And this is exactly what we want to see with the commission. And hopefully now we're down a new road where they can see that we're really serious and we have a lot of power on this, and we have a chance now to make some major changes. And once again, I just want to thank every single person out there, ladies and men, children, everybody, for everything that you've done to help with this decision yesterday. And of course, we'll see a final decision in 2 months at the next meeting, but it looks like we're moving in the right direction for a change.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Bill. There was one opposition, and I told everybody on the pregame show, we had a pregame show before we went to the main show, which was the meeting. And it was so eloquent that they stopped that meeting and allowed us to do our podcast to get ready and readjust ourselves and do what we needed to do. But I told every one of you, we can't mention the person's name. I'm glad you didn't mention the person's name, because this is the kind of person that will sue you if you mention their name, because that's how they make they've never worked a day in their life. That's how they make their living, is by suing good, hardworking people like us. We didn't mention that person's name. I told you there would be one opposition. That was the one. There was no other opposition to the whole thing, gang. No opposition people showed up. And back to what I said before, it's because the money has dried up. When you take the money away, all of a sudden, and we've been talking about this, me and Bill, every Wednesday on our show, we've been talking about how corrupt and how horrible this is, this whole system. But we've had a humongous pendulum swing, and it's a giant swing. And Bill will tell you, every time we've been to one of these meetings, or every time I've joined one of these meetings on a Zoom or anything, there's 20 people at those tables. There was 5. I couldn't even believe, and I didn't understand it till Wayne called me this morning and explained it all to me. And then I was like, bing, the light bulb went off in my head, Bill. And I was like, that's right. They took all the money away. You take all the money away, they don't care. These bleeding hearts tell you they care. They don't care, gang. You know who cares? We care. We the people, we care. We care about our lives. We care about our fishing. There was so many people cried yesterday when Jim Holden talked about the Fish for Life kids and how important it is to them. And the first thing they say, these children are highly debilitized by the way that they do. But when they get on the boat, they're not debilitated in any way, shape, or form anymore. And the first thing they say when they hook that fish, can I keep it? Can I keep it? Can I keep it? That matters. That matters so much. And like Captain Al said, all of his grandkids, when he takes them fishing, that's what they ask. Grandpa, can we keep it? Can we keep it? We want to take it home and eat it. So you all need to understand, the pendulum is swung. We're going to be involved in every single meeting from now on, moving forward. Like, they don't know. They're going to be terrified. When they find out, when we send all the letters in saying that you guys broke the law, because they broke the law, Bill. They have to be able to handle, I don't give a shit if we get 1 second. They have to be able to handle the people. And there was way more people than there was SKUs allowed on the Zoom meeting. So that's against the law. Let's just be let's play their game. That was against the law. So they broke the law yesterday, gang. Even though it's a small win for us, they broke the law. So It could change dramatically, but like Wayne said, let's take a deep breath. Let's enjoy this moment. But yeah, they broke the law yesterday. And it's never happened before. Bill, you ever seen 50 people show
No,
up
I
to
haven't.
filming?
But you've got to realize too that besides breaking the law, they may have broken the law, but you know what we did? We broke them. We broke them. And this is our chance to take another step forward and take control of this. And we have got to stop doing things like we normally had been doing them by giving in and allowing them to have their way. Yesterday, we saw that all of us, as individuals in our own personal beliefs, all came together with the same idea of making things better and putting this way of making decisions in the past. And we are going to continue to work on this to make things better and more equitable, more transparent. And my goal is to get these people on the commission to step down and then have elections for the people on the commission and have those people on the commission, whether it's 6 or 12 or whatever number comes up, representative of all of the different forces, the environmentalists, the landings, the anglers, the divers. Those are the people we need on that board to represent us so they can look at it from their own unique and individual way, just like that one commissioner did who has the hunting club. He had his own individual way of viewing it and his own opinion. And that's what we need to make this fair and transparent and clear. And then when the science is done, that the scientific reports are made available to the public and the scientists who wrote them are available to us at some point for question and answer sessions. That's our ultimate goal.
Yeah, exactly. Now, Rick, all you guys up in Santa Monica Bay, Wayne Coda asked me to ask everybody today to do us a huge favor. Bill Varney's been talking about it for months. Tomorrow, Justin's going to be out on the water. He'll make some videos. Anybody that's going out on the water this weekend, we need to show these people all the runoff, all the stuff floating in the water. The water's going to be blackish brown color. Where are you going, Pablo?
Yeah.
You going out for a ride?
Yeah, we're gonna go check it out for a little bit.
Take a video of what the water looks like in there. Wayne Coda wants a bunch of videos of how filthy everything is and all the debris floating around in the water, because this urban runoff thing that we've been talking about for a while, he wants some videos in it. We got to talk about it now because tomorrow's the day, or right now, Pablo going out in the water, you're going to see so much debris floating. Like Pablo said a few minutes ago, this is the first time it's rained in Southern California in a very long time. So we need to make some videos,
Yeah,
right,
absolutely.
Pablo?
I had to fish off a bunch of kelp and so much stuff on my outboards. And now we're just cruising around. We're going to check it out. I'm going to see what kind of bait we got and all that stuff.
Well, make us some videos because you're going to have a lot of debris floating around there. We need them. And Rick Maurer, you up there in Santa Monica Bay, I don't know if you guys saw that video Rick Maurer made me, but we showed the all the burn areas. And that video's had like 50,000 views on Instagram. Thank you for that, Rick. But this is another thing that's important. This, like we talked about this is never going to, there it is. There's that video from Rick. Thank you so much, Rick. Everything you see on those hills right now is in the ocean. Bill, all that stuff, that's all in the ocean right now. That's all over the ocean. More fish died last night in Santa Monica Bay than you and I and our grandkids could ever catch in our lifetime.
Yeah,
and this is important.
This is really tragic. I did a short video today that I'll put up on Facebook and YouTube in a few minutes here. But this is absolutely tragic what has gone on up there. I don't know if anybody's been watching the news, but of course, firemen's investigators, Ford Explorer was washed into the ocean last night with these gigantic floods coming off of these hills. And here's what I want everybody to think about and to remember. I think, first of all, to some extent, well, to a large extent, that there was no way for our government or city governments or anybody to stop this flow into the ocean. For those who are familiar with how sewage is taken care of in Los Angeles and most of California, is that the water that comes from toilets and showers and all that goes for primary treatment, but all of the water, at least 95% of the water that runs off streets in Los Angeles, goes into culverts that go directly into the ocean. So when this water flows off of these homes into the ocean, it goes directly into the water. Well, what exactly is in with that debris? And why is the water not a chocolate color brown like we'll normally see after a storm, but actually like a dark chocolate color now? Well, a lot of that has to do with the effluents washed off. Now, if you look at these homes, of course, you have all these homes that were built 40, 50, 60 years ago. You've got all the, you've got lithium batteries from computers. You've got mercury that's in thermostats in many of these homes because of the age when they were built. And you've got all of the other metals that were washed into the water. But the thing that is really concerning is that when you have wood burn, and not really so much chaparral or sage, but the wood that was used to build these homes burn, that creates ash. When water is added to that ash, it creates a caustic substance called lye. That's used in making soap, is what we're most familiar with. That last night and into this morning and throughout today was washed into the ocean by the millions of metric tons. So what will happen in my belief and my experience over the years is that there'll be basically a die-off area. I'm going to guess somewhere between the Santa Monica Pier and maybe a little bit above the Malibu Pier, where all of the microbiotic organisms like plankton will die close to shore. And then the marine animals, whether they're fish or starfish or whatever that eat those things, that live off of those, will no longer have a place to feed. So they'll either die in those areas or they'll move to other areas where they can find food. So there's a very good chance now, and it's been estimated for a decade or more for this area where these Monica Bay, for that basically to be a desert for the next decade. So this is something that needs to be watched and tested. This is a tremendous environmental nightmare we've had here. We've had very little information on the news about it other than there's this big runoff, it's putting a foot or two of mud on the road, how inconvenient that is, whereas they haven't talked at all about what it's going to do to the environment. So now the closures and the information about staying out of the water, about the danger of the water. It is from Dockweiler Beach, which is all the way down to El Segundo, all the way above the Malibu Pier. They're asking you to have no water contact in these areas. And specifically, and I would say between Santa Monica Pier and Malibu Pier for the time being, no taking, no fishing there, and no taking of any fish in that area along the shore until this mitigates and some of this settles out and we figure out where we go from here.
Pablo, can you check on John Stanley's boat while you're cruising around?
You guys want to see it?
Yeah, John Stanley's boat. Check on it. He wants to see if it's still floating.
I'll go check it. I'll go check it right now.
All right. And then, gang, it's super important to make some videos this weekend. Whether you can't get out on the water on your boat, but you can go in the marinas and the harbors and walk the beach or go out on the pier, just take us some videos. We need them. And you can drop box them to me. You can send them to me on WhatsApp, and then we'll get everything over to Wayne. And it's just going to help. This is part of what Dave Burris was talking about before, the MPAs, to show what's going on and show how all this stuff's washing into the MPAs, and they've done nothing to help the MPAs except take away those valuable fishing areas from us. But everything, as we move forward here, gang, once again, let's get back onto the victory lap here. I thank you guys all so much. This has been just the most incredible experience for me to be involved in. And I'm just so happy that you guys were there to help me out. Hold on, we got a caller. What's going on, caller?
Hello?
Hello, you're on the air with Captain Dave.
Well, it's a pleasure. Thank you for doing what you did. You took all of us. Nobody gives a... No, I won't cuss on you.
Yeah, be cool.
Nobody cares about anything except for fellow Americans.
Yep.
I've been emotional. And not yesterday. Yesterday, I wasn't emotional. Today,
it makes you feel good in your heart, right, Brett?
kind of did after Trump got in office. But we're in California, so we're screwed anyway because the federal funding is going to get shut off. It's going to hurt a little bit, but things are going to get upright again. The last 4 years, 90% of us looked at each other and said, "What is going on here?" Dude, I don't hate anybody. Why am I? Because I'm bald and white with tattoos, now I hate everybody?
Right.
Get out of here. Get out of here. The thing I don't have, and I'm glad I didn't, and everybody says I wanted to see their faces when I was giving them what I was giving them. That would have thrown me off because I read people. And if I knew I was affecting them, because they didn't, all you see is a black screen, right? That's all I have. And I would have loved to see it. I hope are we allowed to get those and I can chop them up? I don't know.
We don't know if we're going to get to see any of that. We're going to get the minutes. The minutes will be shared. It has to be it has to be public knowledge. The minutes will be shared, and we'll get to see the minutes, and we'll get to see what we said and all the things that were said after everything. We're going to get the minutes. And Elliot said he was trying to record it, but they kept disabling his recording. So, we talked about it. We talk about it all the time, how filthy this whole process is. But you know what?
You know what you did? You know what you did? You brought us all together, Dave. Honestly, I don't fish. I go down and shoot the fish. I know you probably think I'm just a wacko out here. But listen,
No.
We did something that big corporations have been trying to break. This liberal bullshit. I'm sorry, this liberal stuff. And all of us, in our own way, the way he tape recorded himself and got it to a minute. For the people that can't talk and get nervous, that's a genius. Now we're an army. We're the saltwater guard or saltwater guide army.
Yep.
We had 9 guys in a group. I'm sorry we hurt Justin's phone. Justin, my apologies. But we'll get it next time. We'll get our own chat. If they're not going to let us chat and see each other talking, that's how they separate us. Right. We had 9 guys. Sure, I said some things inappropriate to those guys about the way they looked. Yeah, I mean, you could tell a liberal. They put these stupid glasses on.
Okay, we got to be cool. We got to be cool.
Okay, I apologize.
We got to be cool because they're listening to us now, Brett. They're listening. I guarantee you they're logged on to this podcast. They're watching everything now. We scared the hell out of them yesterday, so let's just keep our cool. Right. Let's not use words because that word, you used it yesterday, and it affected the whole thing. It affected all of them.
You're right, and I was so in my zone that when they.
That's why I told you to write it down. I know a lot of us were super emotional yesterday. We got to stay on track because if you watched what happened after we were all done talking, the only person that they talked about was you, calling him a liberal. So you got to remember.
I called him a liberal. I didn't even know I called.
I know. But like I told you, because of the emotion, we get too caught up in it. We don't even know what we're saying. You just got to be careful because that's what they hung on to. That was all they had. They had nothing else. So the only thing they had was that. So remember, you got to be careful, man.
You're absolutely right. You're somebody that's teaching me. I'm 54. I want to make it to your age. I want to make it to Bill's age. Nothing against anybody. But
you want to be like as Bill. Old as Bill? That's flipping ancient. Jeez.
Don't do it.
I want to be as Bill. I've learned to, because I go red.
You can't.
You got to check that.
Yeah.
And you're not going to win. I've learned you can't force anything on anybody.
No, you're not going to change anybody's mind.
And then when you can come back and use their word like transparency, and I'm not kidding. We don't even know what happened at Moss Landing.
Right.
It's all hush up. It's all sleight of hand like you guys are talking about. It's look over there. Don't look over here. And you got people like Bill that, to me, is a smart dude.
He baffles you, right?
Yeah, he's the one that should be up there. I don't want to talk about your guest that you had that stood up and said, I'm the one that needs to talk.
Yeah.
No. That's how it used to work. So if we would have all just listened to him, you would have probably been down to 2 fish, in my opinion.
0. They wanted 0 really bad.
And when Al got on and started, because of his grandkids, that's a real man. That's a real man showing real emotion.
Yeah.
And that's a great human being for those kids. When nobody gets to live forever, so when he passes, those kids get to look up and say, "I want to be like him." That's
Absolutely.
the kind of humans that we need to be, right?
Yep.
We all make mistakes. I'm not going to cuss. We all make mistakes. I'll end because you guys have more important people talking. But man, just thank you. And now we're organized.
Absolutely, bro.
You don't want to give us chat? We'll start chatting with each other. I don't know if Elliot could put like a page where we can just be well organized, so Bill can say, "Hey, Brent, tweak it down a little bit."
Yeah.
Or say sick them. Because here's the thing: they have no federal funding. It's gone.
Right. Right. Well, we saw that yesterday with the turnout, and
and just you. I know you wanted 3,000 people. There could have been 3,000 people, Dave. They queued it off at 50.
yeah, we don't know how many were there. We didn't get to see any of it. We don't know who was there, how many people were there. They'll never tell us that either. But we got them, like Bill said. We caught them. We got them.
And how good is this? You haven't felt this good about being an American for 4 years. 90% of us are feeling good today.
Yep. No, we're feeling phenomenal. You have no idea, like Kelly said, the emotion after that meeting, because I've been on this thing for 2.5 months, as hard as I could possibly be. It's been all encompassing of my whole life. And like Kelly said, when we were done yesterday, I broke down for a good hour. It was real because it's the most emotional thing I've been involved in since my children were born. And it was a big buildup, and I didn't know who would show up or how many of us would be there, and I didn't know what the outcome. I had no idea. For the first time in my life, I had no control over what was going to happen, and it was scary, and it was terrifying. And when you all showed up, I didn't know how many of us showed up until the lady said 50, and I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know who's going to show up, Bill. I don't know. Justin, I don't know who's showing up.
She knew that 50 number was, there's more than 50, but that's all they're going to allow.
Right.
Is 50.
That's an hour. That's an hour of us talking. That's so cool.
If you notice,
so
she paused
cool.
for a minute. How many? And she's like, 50.
Cracking your voice and stuff like that. Don't worry about it. It showed emotion. It showed that we were all tired of this. We all look at each other. My business in the last 4 years got gutted because of their policies. Your business, everybody's business. And now middle class. It's okay to be middle class again.
Yep. Exactly.
It's okay to give fish to people again. Not in my area. It all has metals in it, but.
And before I cut you off here, I'm going to tell you guys, you want to see something absolutely phenomenal? Brett will be out with Justin on Sunday night. So you're going to see some unbelievable. Lisa will be there. Brett will be there. John Stanley will be there. Bob will be there. Darren will be there. It's going to be an unbelievable night. And you can be you that whole night. Elliot will put up a little thing saying this is adult, so be careful.
We call ourselves C18. We've already been texting. Justin, you have I'm just telling you right now, you better live up to your name, homie. I know you can. We're coming.
It doesn't even matter if you catch a lobster. It's going to be so fun. We're all looking forward to it. It's going to be the most watched show Sunday night. It's going to be incredible. And Bill Varney and I will be watching from the warmth of our bedroom.
The only thing I can say, Brent, is we will give it.
I know. That's what I'm so excited about. You're never hoop netted before. It's going to be weird standing on the deck of a boat getting lobsters, huh?
Right. I'm popping my cherry. And
All right.
I'm not supposed to say that on your show, but
that's okay. That's okay. Hey, buddy, we love you. Thanks for being a part of this. We're going to jump back on with the other folks.
Yeah. Have a great day, dude.
Okay. Gang, like Elliot said, because Elliot's always doing all the research for me and Bill and Justin and Pablo and everybody. If you have more than 50 people on a Zoom meeting, you have to pay for it. Okay? And that would mean they would have to take some of that money that they're stealing and they'd have to use it to pay for that. So there you go. That's why they don't have more than 50. It's clear. see, we got Elliott, so they can't get anything over on him. They can't. They might be able to get stuff over on the people at the other organizations, but they're not going to get anything over on Elliott. And like Elliott said, they can't afford to pay for more than 50.
I think the answer to all that is actually they weren't prepared. So they never seen anything like that before. Normally on their Zoom meetings, they don't have to get more than 50 because no more than 5 or 10 people ever call in. So they're like, why would we spend this money to do over 50 if we never get it? And then all of a sudden, when they were all confused, like, what the heck is going on here?
There you go, gang. There it is, right there. It's in writing now, so we're not pulling the wool over you. That's it. That's real. And Bill, Varney, and Justin, and I, and Elliot, we use Zoom all the time, so we know how the game's played. But I didn't think about that, Elliot, so thanks for bringing that to our attention. That number 50 is why. That's why you didn't get on there, Mike. That's why Kelly didn't get on there. That's why all of you that are watching didn't get on there, because they didn't pay for it. So we caught him.
Absolutely.
We got him, gang. Like Bill says, we got him. We caught him red-handed, hand in the cookie jar. Emotional closures now are no longer going to work in California, gang. Because why? Because we've been empowered. Your Saltwater Guide group members, whatever you want to call it, so you don't have to pay to be a member. If you're following along with us, you're a member of the group, gang. I saw somebody comment, I think it was EJ or one of you guys, I can't remember who, said, I'm not a paying member. You're a member. You're part of the family. You watch us every day. You're part of the family. You don't have to be a paying member of the website to be part of the family. You're part of the family, gang. We made a huge difference. We made a giant, giant difference yesterday. And for that, Bill, Varney, and Justin, and Pablo, we got to be proud of ourselves. One more time, we're showed how important it is to be an American. That's pretty special. Other countries can't do what we just
absolutely
did,
and Justin, you're absolutely right. So if you went back in time, it's like forever ago, to the MLPA process, we got information about that. Maybe there was something on the news, but it was like in Western Outdoor News or in a newspaper, something like that. And we came together as a group and in pretty big numbers and tried to do our best to get that slowed down or halted, where we were total failures, but we did our best. In this day and age now, where we have the internet and we have the ability to connect behind the scenes with all of these thousands, tens of thousands of people, we have so much more power now than we had 20 and 30 years ago, when we had to actually, you could send a letter into them, but there was no emails going into them. Where were those letters going? You had to stand in line and get your 1 minute or your 30 seconds to stand up there and talk. And now we have a whole new world. And we're going to take advantage of this to see if we can turn this thing around and make it go our way. And what is our way? Justin and Dave and Pablo, our way is doing it the right way, the correct way, the honest way. If our studies, legitimate studies, show that there are reductions in biomass in specific groups of fish or other marine organisms, we are the first people who want to make it better. We're the first people who will suggest and approve decisions to have slot limits or catch and release or reduce numbers or complete closures. But when there's big sites, we'll never do that. So we're willing to take that next step. And I just want to thank Brent, for saying that these people on the phone were liberals. Like, when did the word liberal become a 4-letter word? And what happened because he said that? Later on in the discussion, 2 or 3 of those people, 2 in particular, came forward and said how they weren't liberals and how they went out and wanted to go on a friend's boat, but it was broken down. And how about the one guy who said, I have a 17-foot aluminum boat and I've got a sailboat, and when I have every chance in the world, I'll go diving. Okay, this isn't personal. This is a fact. The dude was overweight, A, and B, look at me, look at Dave, look at Justin. He was white as a ghost. Look how red my skin is. I am either down at the water surf fishing or out skiing every couple of days. I'm an outdoor person. His skin was as white as a ghost. I don't know when it was the last time he went scuba diving. It must have been at night. I don't know when it was the last time he went out on his 17-foot aluminum boat out into the ocean to go fishing, because he was as white as a ghost. He wasn't telling us the truth. They both came up with excuses of why they're not quote unquote liberals, which really told us a lot. So when these meetings occur, sit down, watch, and pay attention to what they say and how they react to things. It really tells you a lot about who they are as a person.
And then when we're done with today's discussion, we're going to go back to what we've done for the last 7 years on this podcast. We're going to go back to educating and teaching about how to fish, where to fish, when to fish, like Bill and Justin and Pablo and Al and I have been doing. And I want to thank you all for just staying with us through this. I know that, believe me, if you guys knew me in the old days, the last thing you would ever think is Dave Hanson's ever going to be political. I'm the most unpolitical, unable to cage animal. They call me Gringo Loco down here in Cabo. I am not known as being controlled by anything or ever into politics in any way, shape, or form. To think that this show is political, well, it's because you've only been watching us for 2.5 months. That's not what this has been about. It's not going to be about. We're going to go back to doing the teaching that we've been doing for so long. And then when anybody from today forward, listen, this is really important. From today forward, when anybody asks you about any other website out there that has to do with fishing, you can stand on this one, gang, and say, well, we were at the Fish and Game Commission's meeting, and there was only one website that was represented there that has anything to do with fishing. Yep. One. Only one. I'm not trying to say I'm the greatest thing in the world, but we were there. Your Saltwater guide was there. Those other websites, they weren't there. So think about that for a minute. When you're out there in the big old world and you're in the jungle and people are talking shit about Dave Hanson, and I cussed, yep. When they're talking shit about me, remember, I was there. Where were all them? They weren't there. They were not there. So just remember that when you're out there, because you all know, when you get seen with the shirt on or the hat on, you get resistance like crazy. I understand. You guys have no idea the amount of resistance I get. So just remember, they made a choice yesterday, and that was a choice they made. They made that choice. All right. I had nothing to do with their choice. They made the choice to not be there. They made the choice. So when you go to give your money to somebody website and think about those, they weren't there. So what are they doing to enhance you and your grandkids' day of fishing? What are they doing? All right. That's all. I'm not going to prop myself up anymore because I couldn't do this without all my members, but we get resistance all the time. Over the last 6-7 years, when we started making clothes, Bill, and putting them on people's backs and having them go out on the sport boats, I would always say, just get ready when you get on that boat. You're gonna get resistance like you can't even believe, which is lame because we're all in this together, as we saw yesterday. But now the line, you can't not pay attention to us anymore, gang, and it's because of everybody. It's because of Bill, Justin, Pablo, and the whole team. Everybody, you're all part of the family, and the family couldn't have been put together this way as eloquently if without Elliot Andrews. All hail to Elliot, thank God, because if I tried to put this thing together myself, it would have never happened. So thank you so much for everything you've done for us, Elliot. We appreciate you like you can't even believe. You keep this family together. You're like our dad. You're like the big father that always, guys, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to throw this QR code up. I'm going to send this blast out. I'm going to do this. And it's all because you help bring us all together. Because if it wasn't for you, it's like trying to herd cats, Elliot. So thank you. I can't thank you all enough for being there, and I can't thank Elliot enough, and Bill Varney always bringing the real story. You're always right there to bring the real shit that's going down, and it's shit all the time coming from every different direction, and we have to be right back in this. We got to be in this on the urban runoff. We got to be in this on the MPAs. We got to be in this on the sand bass. They're coming for our bait. They're coming for the 30 by 30 as we keep going along. We'll take a breath, though, and we'll enjoy March. We're going to have a great time. The PCS show, everything's coming together. We're all going to have fun. We're going to have a victory celebration at the Pacific Coast Sport Fishing Show, gang. Just think. And when you look around at that show and look around at all these big companies that are more than willing to take your money, remember, were they there? I didn't see them. I know Justin says they were there. Well, I didn't see them. If they were there, they were hiding out pretty damn good. So remember that.
You know, Dave, I think it is amazing.
Right?
You know, you mentioned, excuse me, one of the callers mentioned that there's, like, you go to YouTube and you type in just surf fishing, for example, and there's like dozens of video makers who have, you know, want you to subscribe to their pages to learn about all their different techniques of surf fishing. I did not hear or see one of those people yesterday, not a single one. So they want you to watch their videos and buy their products and come to their seminars and this and that, but they don't have 5 minutes to spend saving fishing. That really is amazing now that I think about it.
Thank you. Yep. I think about it every day, talk about it every day on the show. It's just absolutely amazing. But they're all more than willing to take your money. So just remember that the next time you're getting ready to spend your hard-earned money. Just remember.
I want to let everyone know also. So
we got
the PCS show is
Justin.
only a few weeks away, 3 weeks away, not even 3 weeks. And Deckhand Sports, everyone's going to be there, everybody. But Deckhand Sports is going to have some really, really good deals there. So make sure you stop by the booth over at Deckhand Sports. Check out all the new stuff that they're coming out with as well. Look at the air coffin bags. Those things are amazing. They also make a whole bunch of different bags for everything from kayaks, put in the back of your truck if you want, just carry around as a backpack, put on the back of your yacht, put on the back of your other boat. Whatever it is that you were looking for, they're going to have at Deckhand Sports. They even have the tuna spikes. So when you catch a tuna, yellowtail, whatever fish you want to spike, to kill it right away, they have that. Go check them out. Really good deals there. You'll see Dave, you'll see Bill, you'll see Pablo, Al, myself, and everybody, your Saltwater Guide crew there. Go check them out.
And remember, Dave Farron was there yesterday. Dave Farron was on that Zoom meeting all day yesterday, and he put his hand up, and he was able to speak, and he did a phenomenal job. So remember that. The other kill bag companies, they weren't there. And remember, Okuma was there, Promar was there, fishingbooker.com was there, Shoulder Ice was there. All of our sponsors were there. They were there. They were there in the building. They were there on the Zoom call. They were there. Our sponsors were there. So just remember that. It's so important. Like Bill said.
Your microphone is horrible. Try talking again, Dave. I don't know what happened, but it
can't hear you at all.
Try talking again. You got it?
Got it.
Perfect. Yep.
Yep.
You're good.
All right, am I here?
Yeah.
I don't know
That was
what
weird.
happened. I'm back.
That was
Yeah.
good.
And I just
crazy.
wanted to mention something
It
to
was
Brent also. He and I have been working on just, getting more information on this Moss Landing and all the affluence coming out of there and the worries and stuff. Brent, today I watched a video this morning on YouTube that was from yesterday afternoon that had two of the, I think they were councilmen from that area who came out and said that from testing that they've had, I guess some government testing, that there was absolutely nothing in the soil whatsoever. And then 2 weeks ago, San Luis Obispo, Cal State San Luis Obispo came out and their scientists said that in the Elkhorn Slough, which is 1 mile away, that there was 100 to 1,000 times higher testing of heavy metals than had ever been there over the last decade. So we really need to get to the bottom of this. The people in the government are saying there's no effect at all. And the farmers and the scientists from San Luis Obispo are saying there's a huge problem. So we're we're going to continue to keep our eye on that.
Right. And we've gone over the time, and my buddy Elliot's still hanging out here, so we got to get off the show here because I can't afford to pay Elliot. I spent all my money on Zoom meeting. So, but listen, gang, tomorrow's going to be an epic show in the morning. We're going live at 9 a.m. on this show. We got Chris, Calico Chris, going to be on the show showing you exactly how colder ice works. We're going to have an ice chest. Chris is going to show you. He's going to pour the ice in. He's going to put the thermometer in there. And then you're going to get to watch while we talk about this phenomenal product. You're going to get to watch the temperature come down. The other night, he did it on Phil Freeman, Tackle Confessions with Sam. Sam owns Island Tackle, and Sam will be representing this product at the PCS show. He'll be selling it at the show or Chris will be selling it in Sam's booth, Island Tackle. And they did it the other night on that show, and I was blown away. They did it live, Bill, and I watched the temperature of the ice go down 20 degrees. And it was probably less than 5 minutes. Maybe it was 10, but it seemed much faster to me. It was absolutely incredible. And so I can't wait to show everybody tomorrow how this product works. And why is that so important? Well, let's say you got a boat like Pablo or a boat like Justin or a boat like Al, and you only have X amount of ice that you can put on the boat. You only have so much space to put the ice. If you could make the ice colder, that's incredible. When I heard it, when Chris first came to me and told me I can make the ice colder, I'm like, how do you make ice colder? It can only be ice. It can only be ice. And it does. It's the most amazing thing. So tune in tomorrow. You're not going to believe what you're going to see. You're going to have to see it. Then when you come to the show, Dave Farron is going to be showing you in his booth at Deckhand Sports. He's going to show you how it works. You can stand there and watch the temperature drop when Chris sprinkles this colder ice product on top of the ice. It's the most incredible. And you know what's really weird, Bill? You can eat this product. So you can eat it. It's not going to hurt you. So it won't hurt you fish when you put your fish in it. It doesn't do anything, but it makes the ice colder. If the ice is colder, you know what it does, Justin? It lasts longer.
I was just going to say, so the Deckhand bags, the ice in there lasts like 72 hours to begin with when you get the Deckhand bag. It's absolutely freaking amazing. Now you're going to make the ice colder? So that's going to last, who knows how long? 2 weeks? I don't know what it is. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
It'll never melt.
Think about the amount of money you spend on ice every day. If you got this product on your boat, Justin, you might not have to buy ice.
I won't have to buy ice for a week. I just load up everything.
So thank you all, everybody, for joining our show today. Thanks for all the great comments and the call-ins and everything else. I'm just blown away by this family. This family is... When I say I was crying yesterday, I was crying because of you guys. I can't believe what we've been able to build. It just blows my mind.
Just like Deckhand Sports said, the mountains will be blue. They will be dark blue. It'll be beyond blue.
Absolutely. You got to swing by Dave Farron's booth. Check it out. Free hats for anybody wearing my gear when you go over there. Plus, watch the demonstrations are just incredible. And I'm so glad that you and Chris were able to hook up because this is only going to enhance both of your businesses. And then Sam over at Island Tackle jumping in to present the product to everybody because it's a fine line when you're selling products at the PCS show. You have to have all kinds of permits and everything. Sam has that. So you go over to Island Tackle, you see Sam over there, you look at Chris and his gang will be there with their white shirts on representing the product. Everybody that's involved with your saltwater guide wins. I'm telling you, it's a win-win for everybody.
You knew this.
No way.
So I knew this.
Hold on.
I knew this when this happened. I'll let Dave say what it is. I'm just gonna give my little speech really quick. But
hold on. Listen to this, everybody. Listen.
Listen,
hey guys, how's it going? This is Brian from Promar Ahi, and today we're going to be picking the winner for the Ambush the Season event. So this is the Ambush the Season event. It's going to be a $500 grand prize and products from Promar Ahi of your choice. And the way to enter is you're going to want to take a picture of your legal size lobster inside of your Promar Ambush hoop nets, and then you're going to go ahead and just post that on Instagram using hashtag Promar24, or you can also tag your local tackle shop for a second entry. Now let's go ahead and pick the winner. And the winner is Fishing Matt with 3 T's. Feel free to send me a DM and we can go ahead and take care of you and get you your prizes. For anybody who's still looking to enter, there's 2 months left. 2 winners is going to be for the month of February and for the month of March. The season's coming close to an end, but let me tell you guys, I just went out the other day and the lobster hooping is on fire. We finally got some weather, so the harbor's been doing really well. The islands are doing really well. Get out there, stay hooping. I know a lot of people tend to just do it towards the beginning of the season, but right now is probably some of the best time to get out and go hoop.
And you know what? Matt Ryan was wearing your saltwater guide gear, so Matt Ryan gets another $50 worth of product. You can call us up, Matt, pick out what you want on the website, any of the clothes, any of the gear, any stuff there. You get to pick it out. Kelly Girl will get it ordered to you. We'll have it either that or we'll have it at the PCS show. We have all kinds of stuff there for you. Whatever you want, Matt. Congratulations again. Another year saltwater.
Numbers.
Oh, this just keeps getting better.
Out there. Look at yesterday. There's already been 2 members already won the $500 Ambush 24 of the season. It's absolutely amazing. And then for those of you that don't know about it, it's super easy to do. You can get entered. It's free to get entered. All you have to do is take a picture of yourself with a lobster next to an ambush or on an ambush hoop net. Post it on Instagram, your Instagram, hashtag Promar24. And if you also hashtag your local tackle shop, you're going to get additional entries. So every time you hashtag Promar24 with that picture, you'll get an entry. If you hashtag your local tackle shop, you'll get another entry. Do that every single day for the whole month. That is going to be, this month would be 28 entries for you. And if you hashtag the local tackle shop, that's an additional entry. So that's the only way you're going to win. You have to do that. Hashtag Promar24 on Instagram, on your Instagram. So, and one more thing. You have to make sure that your Instagram is not private. If your Instagram is private, they can't see anything. They can't see what you hashtag. They're just going to see your face. They have no clue what you just hashtagged.
Yeah, Brian Carter. Yep, a lot of people didn't understand it until they understood it. And yeah, congratulations, Matt. I can't wait to celebrate you guys, you and Lisa, at the show. We're going to make a big deal out of it. I'm going to embarrass the hell out of both of you. So understand that, because I'm good at doing that. And we're super excited. It's coming quick. We got 2 weeks, and we're all going to be in Orange County. It's going to be an incredible event. Our good buddy Elliot's the head of marketing over there, so get ready. There's going to be massive amounts of people. The amount of people last year, it's going to be double that. It's going to be unbelievable. The pre-sale on the tickets has just been historic already. That tells me that you better make sure you get your tickets sooner than later, because if you didn't buy your tickets online, I'm just trying to help. You do whatever you want. But if you didn't get your tickets online, here's what's going to happen when you get there, Bill. You're not going to believe it. We threw a drone up and showed the line. Looks like you're going to a festival seating concert. Okay. It's the most incredible thing. The line is massive every day. But then if you look at the line when you get there and then you go, oh shoot, I got to go buy the tickets first, then go get in the line. Gang, get your tickets online. Elliot will throw the QR code up right now. If you haven't got your tickets yet, get them online. Don't even hassle with going. I mean, the ticket booths will be there, and you can buy them at the ticket booth. I'm just telling you, you're going to be super bummed when you get there and you go, shh, Dave was not. Look at that. Elliot was just showing you. That was the outside line to get in. You don't understand. It takes the old show in Long Beach, and that line was pretty big, and it takes that and it makes it like 4 times the length, 5, 6 people wide, and it goes all the way out to the street, right, Kel? Look at the line. There it is, gang. If you look at there, go ahead, baby.
Well, let's see. Okay, I don't know. I want people to hear me. Next Thursday, I'll be on the show, and I'm going to give away 4 tickets to the PCS show. All you got to do is walk up to Will Call, grab your tickets. I'll announce the winners next Thursday.
Oh my, really?
Really?
No way. Oh my gosh. Crazy. How you getting those tickets? Do you know somebody?
I have a connection. I know people. So there you go.
Yep. And we're going to have Bill on the show. Not this. I got a big announcement. If any of you have ever watched Sharkman or the O Search and watched all that where they bring the big giant white sharks up on the platform and lift them out of the water and do all the, we have Chris Fisher on the show next Friday. Elliot and I are super excited about having Chris on here. We want Brett. Brett stayed in our house. Brett's a good friend of ours. Brett, that's Brett right there. But Chris is his boss. That's Brett. But Chris is his boss. Chris Fisher put this whole thing together. Used to have a TV show called Go Fish. But he's going to be on here. We're going to be talking all about, it's going to be a 2 or 3 part show because we're going to be talking about all the great things he does for the ocean, tagging these white sharks. They're the only people out there doing this research on these things. They're the only people out there doing. You're going to learn a lot about white sharks. He'll be our guest next Friday. It's going to be absolutely incredible. He owns a boat called the O Search. They travel all over the world tagging the great white shark. Everybody loves white sharks. I don't care who you are. You love white sharks. You want to know more about white sharks. We're going to have Chris Fisher on the show. Him and I have talked already. At least he's going to be on the show 3.
Look, he put his stick in his mouth.
Damn, Mike, I got to quit touching it, I guess.
Yeah, we can hear you. I wonder who puts that stick in the white shark's mouth and who takes it out. Whose job is that?
Brett McBride, the captain. He's the one that jumps in the water with them and guides them onto the platform. He's an unbelievable human being. Good friend of ours, good friend of the show's, good friend of me and Kel's. And he's an absolute stud, but he's kind of shy. He doesn't like being on.
We beg him. We want
There he is. That's the man, the myth, the legend. Nobody on the planet jumps in the water with great white sharks and guides them onto the platform. He's an absolute stud. Done a ton of shark tagging, hammerheads, white sharks, all the sharks. He has a technique second to none. He knows exactly what he's doing. If you ever had a chance to watch the show, Sharkman, it's on YouTube. You can check it all out. Or the O Search research vessel that travels around the world tagging these things. One of the most incredible animals on the planet Earth. And we got Chris Fisher with us next week to talk all about it. I'm super excited to have him on the show. And we'll break it up into 3 shows. It'll be incredible. And I want to thank you all for everything you've done for Kelly Girl and I. We're still super emotional after yesterday, but yeah, that was one little win. We're just getting started, gang. We are just getting started. We're going to keep on doing what we're doing and keep on educating you and keep on putting together great shows. And today's show was all about you. People ask me, who's the guest today? You, the family of your saltwater guide. You guys are my guest.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
Happy Valentine's Day, Bill.
Valentine's Day, Kelly and Dave and Justin
and everybody
Pablo.
out there. Happy
Valentine's.
Happy Valentine's Day. And Elliot says happy Valentine's Day to everybody.
You too, Elliot.
Happy Valentine's Day, everybody.
And I hope you feel better, Al.
Bye, guys.
And Justin,
And
before
Al,
we drop off here, for my sake, but for everybody out there, can you give us our TV schedule for this weekend, please?
So tomorrow, 6:30. Tomorrow, 6 p.m.
Tomorrow night, 6:30 p.m.
And Sunday, it's kind of tough. So plan on 6:30 because these are all party people. They want to go a little earlier. We may go for some fishing beforehand because Brent, I guess, has never been fishing before. So maybe we'll surprise him with catching some big fish. So maybe,
In that chocolate brown water.
So 6:30, 6:30, both at 6:30.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Thank you, everyone. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Don't miss it. This thing that Chris is going to do is going to blow all your minds. He's got a magic show he's going to put on tomorrow, make ice colder. It's going to be incredible. Kelly girl couldn't get over it. She talked to Chris for like an hour after the show. It's just you guys are all going to be blown away. You've never seen anything like it. Have a great day. Turn off the news.
What you get to do now.
Eat.
Take me to Costco.
Woohoo! Yay! Happy Valentine's